do this as well, like Professor Tyrone Hayes in Berkeley, California, Berkeley University in California. He found that atrazine, which is the third leading pesticide sprayed on American crops, changed the sexual orientations of the lab animals he was working on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also mercury did the same thing in I think it was storks outside a particular plant in the in Florida, and there's all kinds of chemicals. They called them gender bending. There's gender bending chemicals that can change sexual orientation, or they can make men more feminine. Even the BPA, the bisphenol A, is proven. There's a great documentary, if anybody wants to look it up, made by the CBC here in Canada. That's the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I like to call it the Canadian Brainwashing Corporation. But the documentary was called The Disappearing Male, and it was bisphenol A and all these estrogen mimickers in the plastic bottles were implicated in driving the male birth rate down to levels where probably not going to be any males in 300 years. And the average person would say, oh, that's really bad. That sounds bad. And to people like me who investigate it, we know exactly what that is. This is an attack.
Yeah.
This isn't a misunderstanding of the science. This is a weaponization of the documented science. They're actually doing the research and saying, what chemical can we put lining the tin cans? They even put BPA on your cash register receipts. Now, why would they do that?
Oh, it's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. So everything I'm talking about, it's not a misunderstanding of the science. Someone didn't miss the memo. There's a boardroom where people are like, I'm going to write on the board our next goal, which is the disappearing of males or the feminization of the existing males. And I want you 50 scientists to tell me how I can do this.
When do you reckon this agenda started against male, reducing the male and all this stuff? When do you reckon it started?
Oh, I recognize this. I went to a private school, British private school in St. John's, Newfoundland. It had the British format. And I remember when I was in grade 4, and they were teaching about the war between the UK Redcoats and the French. And the UK Redcoats had the red uniforms and the blue for the French. And I don't know, the war was in 1700, maybe 1800. And they would line them up 20 yards apart. No one was hiding behind bushes. They would just volley their muskets at each other. No one was hiding behind trees. And even as a 10-year-old, I was like, hold on a second here. Excuse me, we were taught by priests, of course. I'd say, Father, this doesn't make any sense to me. To win a war, if I was really wanted to win the war, I would tell my soldiers to hide behind trees, ambush people, guerrilla warfare. And you say, well, no, this is a gentleman's war. This is how the UK would fight all their wars in the Commonwealth areas. And then I found out that the son at the time of the UK royal, the king, he married the daughter of the French king. So they're all connected. Why are they having wars over land and then friends behind the scenes? Well, easy. This is where it started. They would plan these wars. This is a very, very old pattern of eliminating males. And it goes on today. Every war that you're seeing today in the United States is the main crematorium for males. But every war that you have going on today, they're battling over lands that are owned, both lands that are being fought over. It's owned by the same group. So why are they bringing U.S. troops over and other troops? Is exactly what I said before.
Yeah.
It's about the culling of the male. Like, why would they for 300 years have people volley muskets at each other at point blank range? Doesn't make any sense. But that's the power, the trance and the mind programming in government school. We're like, oh, I'll just repeat the lie that it's a gentleman's war. I'll get my dog treat. I'll get my gold star. I'll get my 5 out of 5, my 10 out of 10, my A plus, and my Smurf stamp. There's your positive reinforcement for becoming a rewarded liar to yourself.
Fascinating.